appeals.
Of course,
Why would you
this
do
is
that?
how we're gonna start the final episode of Crash Bandicoot and ignore Crash being purple. He was playing with the Wumpa fruit and it kind of
I
splattered
was gonna
everywhere.
ask.
Anyways, hopefully this is the final episode, and we literally have the whole team here. Like almost everybody is here, like some Smash Bros type nonsense.
Everyone got invited. Everyone suddenly opened their doors, and
Everybody's
suddenly
here.
they had a. Everyone just opened their door. Next thing they knew, they had a ticket that says "You are invited."
Yo, Chad, there's a 5-piece chicken that Popeye is premium strawberry lemonade.
My man is just thinking about food over there. Okay, with everyone who we got Sneak, we got Shadow, we got Blade, we got Ares, and we have Unite. Everybody's here.
Everybody's seeing that.
So we're gonna watch me either succeed or fail on the final episode.
Fail.
Let's see.
Already doesn't know how to fight this fucker.
It's the fruit bazooka, but I forgot how to use it.
L2 and square.
L2 is square. Yeah, L2 is square. I'm pressing square, it didn't do anything.
Oh,
No circle.
Yeah, so
If it's not square, it's circle. That's always the rule.
I fired
Hi,
at
you
this
dozy bastard.
thing. Bruh.
This is
I think you're
insufferable.
gonna have to aim specifically at the dead center.
Okay.
Just jump around him.
There we go.
That was painful.
Hey, I'll get my bearings. Hold on. Oh yeah, that's fire apparently, no? So I can't touch the side bits.
Oh no, now you gotta do it all again.
I thought you wanted him to fail. What happened?
Exactly, this man prayed for my downfall. And that's what's happening, and now he hates my downfall. What is this?
What can I say?
Except you're welcome.
I can never make my mind up.
You know what I was making a reference to.
Yeah, we know.
Again though, doing this one on the fucking time trial was fucking vicious.
Oh no, because that's a whole pace breaker.
By the way, I saw the second movie, and from one side you got like Maui,
in
who
the
looks
middle.
like you got Dwayne, who voices Maui, and Maui straight up looks like Dwayne and everything. I don't know who does the voice for like the second movie bad guy, but everyone on the internet agrees that this guy straight up looks like
Bazooka.
Shaq.
Maybe it was. Who knows? I'm joking.
You have to go back and get those crates.
I'm not 100% of this game. I already told myself I'm not doing that for this game.
You got a bazooka that Faruka over there on the right hand there.
I'm not gonna 100% it. Get start doing a little 100%.
I mean, I want lives.
Don't go back. Don't you dare
How
go
did he
back.
say it? He's like, am I upset? No, I am.
I am not. A little, but it doesn't
maybe.
matter. Right. This could either go very well or very bad. Which one will it be? Oh, the gem.
That's not a
Well,
gem, it's a
well,
crystal.
a power
Crystal.
crystal.
If only you had spun a few times, you would have made that without falling.
I love how in Twinsanity, the only way to like get shit done is literally by, because I'm pretty sure when you have Crash and Cortex in the same story, or like in the same episodes, it's literally just Crash running while holding a power crystal and Cortex just not letting go of the power crystal.
That's quite literally what happens.
Girl Cortex.
This is not
What are
fair.
you doing? Showing him your spin? Just slide up and jump
No,
on.
I also did check crashing where I was able to find a couple things.
Wait, what?
I did check Crash Team Rumble and I was able to find a couple games.
So it's still alive?
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
it's not a surprise. I mean, Team Racing is still around, so
No, racing makes sense why it's still around. Because that's a classic. I got burned.
Touch your tail, that's how you die.
Yeah.
Wait, no,
Does
Crash
Crash
doesn't
even
have a tail.
a tail?
The reason
just
why you
grazed
bumped
me.
it was because it touched your J's. There. It's the only logical explanation.
It touched my J's.
what does Crash
Aggressive
even
move.
wear? I think the
Like
closest
clothes.
thing he's got to. I think the closest thing he's got to like.
How did I
legit
get
shoes
burned? It's closed.
is like what? I'm pretty sure the closest thing we're getting to that is like what? Sneakers?
It begins.
Yo, TK, the aggressive Crash 2 theme.
By the way, bandicoots do
No,
have.
that's Crash 3. That's Crash 3.
By the way, bandicoots do in fact have tails.
Oh, we knew that.
You know.
I've known Bandicoots to have tails.
This
I've seen
Crash
that.
doesn't.
Crash kind of ignores that
He's
look.
wearing pants. Well, of course he doesn't.
Oh god, remember in Ratchet and Clank Gladiator, where, funny enough, that was the first Ratchet and Clank game I was introduced to, and at some point, you know, like Crash is like, you know, I played the entire game and I was like, okay, and then in the next game, Crash, you know, has his, why the fuck did I say Crash? Ratchet has, you know, his tail out. And I'm sitting there like, Ratchet has a tail?
See, where did I get burned there?
The bottom is red, which means it burns. You touch
Yeah, but
it,
normally
it
it'll be
burns.
normally be highlighted for that.
And whatchamacallit. And if you remember in the beginning of Ratchet and Clank Gladiator, Ratchet straight up says it. He's like, the other
Yeah,
guy's
it's a
Damn, they gave you a pity mask.
Bro,
The
I
other
don't
guy's
even
like-
understand why I'm dying. Like, there's nothing on fire.
they're like, hey, how's your like armor working correctly? And the moment he activates, you know, the speech function, Ratchet is like, it's like I can barely breathe and my tail feels like it's shoved right up my. And the guy immediately turns off his voice module and he's like, there seems to be a few issues with your outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They knew.
Original, I don't know if they do that anymore, but Ratchet and Clank used to curse a lot.
Well, one of the
Have you
games
seen some of the
is
game
called up,
titles they're called?
yeah,
I mean,
up your
obviously,
arsenal.
but like, up your
Up your
arsenal,
arsenal.
crack in
Exactly.
time, full frontal assault.
Going
like,
Commando.
But like, remember when?
Stand
what
in the
was
middle,
it?
TK.
But like, remember when? What was it? When Quark, I think, was explaining to them like what his plan is,
I'll have to wait till
and
next
Clank,
time. I messed up the button.
and Clank straight up looks at Quark and says, "What a load of bullshit."
Bro.
Remember that one Ratchet and Clank game? I think it was called Size Matter.
That's such a pace breaker. And I
Yes.
hate it so much.
Also, doesn't the Rhino game, no, not the Rhino gun, literally mean rip you a new one?
Yeah.
You have to rip you a new one.
BFG.
Bro, are you
The
serious?
hell is a
Another one?
BFG? Big fucking gun.
Another.
I was gonna
Oh,
say Big Friendly
shit.
Giant.
That's the thing. There is a movie called Big Friendly Giant, which apparently is based on a book, and apparently the book is way better than the movie.
Well, the movie is actually pretty good.
The movie was alright.
We're talking
I was
about.
a Big Friendly
We're talking
Giant
about the. Are we talking about the original 2D one or the live
the
action
3D
one? Yeah,
We're talking
yeah,
about
it was
OG.
okay. Have you seen
Shut up.
Have you seen the 2D animated one?
Not really.
That one is dark. But then again, it's like, I'm pretty sure it was made by the same dude who made the... I'm pretty sure it was made by the same dude who made the movie Secret of Nim, Don Bluth, I think. And Don Bluth does not shy away from terrifying. Because you know all like those 90s cartoon kids movies that were just nightmare fuel?
Bruh, this dude needs to get out of my way.
No, you need to get better driving skill.
Man, run me off the road.
I'll show you how it's done, that's what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm on a
You're-
motorbike, not a car. If I was in a car, then yeah, I'll bump back.
You remember during Crash to Insanity when one of the things
Why did you go that way?
Yeah. When one of the things you can do is just use Cortex as a freaking snowboard and you go through buildings?
How long is this level?
Pretty long.
Do you
way
have to
longer
get in
than
the
the
first
last one.
place in order to win?
Yup.
Yes.
You know,
Let's just start over.
I'm just starting again.
Rage quit.
I'm just starting
Rage
again.
quit. He's called out.
Damn, I didn't know the thing was already over. Damn, that was pretty fast.
Don't skip.
Wait, I didn't mean to skip that.
You.
You
Holy.
completely skipped it.
You can do that?
I didn't know you
Yeah.
could. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know you could.
Secondary rage quit. Damn, that was quick.
Madness. I didn't know you can actually skip levels. I thought the button would just not be activated.
I don't
until you
think
finish
it-
Imagine you think
No,
you're at
you know-
the
no,
final
you know what
level,
I
and when you
think?
finally beat it, it's
No, you
like,
know what I think it is?
congratulations, you get to do the next.
No, what if you have to complete 5 levels? You just get to choose which one you go for first.
That's what this is.
So it's not
That's-
that he skipped it, it's just that he said, I'm gonna finish 4 first and then go to 3.
What kind of backwards logic is that?
You have
No, the
to
game
go
said.
back.
No, the game says complete 5 levels to reach the final level. What if it doesn't matter in what order you complete them?
Well then why did they put fucking numbers on them?
That's true, man. It's kind of pointless with the whole number system.
Just if. Just if you want to go by order.
I wish the
Well,
drifting was easier in this game. Like if there was a drift button, but there isn't a drift button.
There is a police car button though.
Yeah, there's no drift button. I wish there was a drift button.
Also, speaking of all this, Sneak anti-gay,
What?
No, no.
I heard all that shit you've been talking about me on Twitter.
Well, we don't have Twitter.
I know what
I
he's
mean
talking
about the previous. I mean about the previous video.
We were talking rubbish. It was just literally a logic. It was just a fact.
Wait, what are you talking about? I'm actually confused.
The
I
one
do a lot
time
of
we were
these-
talking about how he unites with Rory.
Oh. Oh yeah. What do you mean that one time?
I mean that time in the video.
Which video?
I
don't
think
even-
that is
You have
the
memory of a
finish
goldfish. I'm
line.
not helping.
Well, I mean, I've said a lot of shit about him being a furry in a lot of videos.
You know, I'm gonna let you sit there and think. Then. Ow!
I ran right over for being in first.
He said, "Yo, you getting a fu-"
I'm just imagining. No, I'm just imagining. DK finishes the finish line. You know, he stops the bike. He's like, yeah.
Nah, they literally said like that. I just
Now I
can't
can
do
do
that
this
for
level.
fun.
You know what? I
I said,
wasn't
"Hey,
even
dude."
really paying attention in that second half. I was just listening to the conversation.
I said, hey, did I catch you feeling some kind of sympathy?
We don't do that around here.
Did I just catch you having fun?
You didn't play
Or
the full
maybe and all
sentence
he
there,
did
did
was
you?
try to. What the hell is it?
Oh.
Or you can just do that.
Yeah, he's trying to take advantage of the spin tech. Never mind.
I press square.
Don't you hate it? Don't you hate it when you find out that one of the best songs in a movie was cut from the movie?
No, because we don't know what the song is.
Yeah, I was about to say, the
Yeah.
only way of you knowing if in like an uncut version, or if like
Because, for
creators straight up
example-
told you.
Because, for example, when they made Aladdin, you can guess how that just suddenly popped into my head. When they made that movie, I have no idea. Damn!
Fire bombs.
you went to walk past this thing. They said catch.
Yo,
Okay, made
dude,
the noise as soon as.
is there something in the corner there? Or am I just going stupid?
No.
No, not really.
Guess not.
Okay,
Well,
so
it wasn't
last video you
So-
stepped on water, this time you're walking on air, yeah?
Yeah, man.
So whatchamacallit, the first, so in the final cut we just get, the song, we get the song One Jump Away, and then they just reprise it later, for Aladdin to have a solo, which, okay, good song. But then you find out that there's like a whole deleted song called Proud of Your Boy, which is way better. And they're like,
Lucky
Jesus
Dragon,
Christ.
What happened?
You sliced my shorts off.
That's what happened? You know what I thought happened?
What?
I thought he sliced you open and you were holding it so that they don't spill.
What? You know what? I'm not gonna ask where your mind goes half the time.
What game do you think we're playing?
Just find me a new pair of jeans.
I thought he was like hunched over because he was holding in the guts from spilling. But then again, you might say if that happened. But then again, you might say if that happened.
It's a kid's
that
game.
happened. Yeah, exactly. If that
Crash
happened.
is
This ain't a kid's
cartoonish in
game.
their deaths, not horrific.
Remember back when Happy Tree Friends had a game?
Yo,
No.
the fact that you're bringing up Happy Tree Friends is already concerning.
You're the one that brought up the goal, and now you're trying to.
Try to demonetize this video.
Look, to be fair, Happy Tree Friends, when you first look at it, it looks like fucking instant shit.
That's
Yeah,
the
that's
stupid
the
part.
messed
Like
up part.
the very first time I saw like their episode, like the very first episode I saw, conveniently enough, was also one of the most like fucked up episodes ever, which is the one where they throw a freaking surprise party for Flippy, and
That's PTSD from the war, by mind you.
yeah, and at first I was like, okay. At first I was like, okay, simple, childish cartoon. I don't see where I'm going with this. Like, what am I supposed to be looking at? And then Flappy just straight up has, his PTSD moment and just grabs the kitchen knife and jams it in the other guy's face. I'm like, what the actual hell?
No, I
Man
thought
awakened his inner monster and said, yeah, I'm about to cut you up for free.
Makes
Hey,
him hate
no one
face.
cuts up like me. Hey, you get cut
Bruh.
up for free.
First one I saw was the
If you know, you know that song. Shout out to Dizzy. That's an amazing song, by the way.
the first one I saw was the one where they're in the playground and he starts
Oh,
spinning
yeah.
the fucking thing really, really fast and he
The
absolutely
fucked up part is
obliterates
you
everyone.
can tell. The fucked up part is you can tell like when they started having a budget, because their first episodes were very simple. You can tell when they started putting like budget into their stuff, because their animation later got way better.
How you
Are
gonna
you supposed to
break them
just
things,
not
eh?
break those?
I think
I'm not gonna
fuck,
try.
okay.
Honestly.
You remember that
You're-
one episode where
You're
like
an idiot,
your rocket
TK. The
launcher?
trick there was to jump onto the pad that brings you to
Excuse
the
me, what,
arcade
Blade?
boxes.
oh no, I was remember that one episode where like, it was about a disco bear, right? He had like a hair growth serum.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Like bro, that was my first episode. I watched, I was like, oh, he's just trying to grow his hair. Next thing you know, he put his whole face in the thing.
Oh no.
Eyes just grew out, a hair. And the next thing you know, I know he cut his eyes off and shit like that. And kid me, what my dumb ass thought.
No, the fucked up part is the thing is my kid self at the time saw that and said, what the actual fuck? And then afterwards, like, most logical people would be like, you know what, I don't want to see shit like this. I want to stay clear of this.
Crash,
I did the
Coco,
exact
remember,
opposite.
It is not only Dr. Cortex that we
Oh no, I saw more of it, but like, what's it called?
Beware
Ever since
of
I saw the hair growth serum. So like, kid me, right? I used to use hair gel, and next thing you know, when I look at the hair gel, I was like, okay, I don't want it on my face, I don't want it on my eyes. I'm just putting it on my head.
I wouldn't want it in your eyes anyway. Oh,
You know the scary part is that is possible. Like the idea of hair growing in your eyeballs or in your mouth is possible.
your tongue technically has hair on it.
They are deleting. Holy shit!
He's deleting them. I don't know what you're talking about.
There's a button
He
for me
went
to
from
dodge,
100 to 77. Oh, you can heal. That's good to know.
Yeah, but he got the heal too fucking early, in my opinion.
You know, I say the dumbest character would have to be that fucking moose.
Man, no, that's
Well,
pretty-
yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah,
is the
yeah.
idea.
And second-
I mean, come on. His name is Lumpy. Of course, he's supposed to be an idiot.
Left.
yeah, except there's that one episode where Lumpy's the only one that doesn't fucking die.
Yeah, because
That
he's so.
happens
The thing
often.
is Lumpy
caused it.
because. No, the thing is because Lumpy's an absolute idiot. He doesn't overthink things, so as a result, nothing happens to him.
Doesn't there was an episode you got deaf?
He
became
went deaf.
Yeah, he went deaf.
Yes, because he was playing with Cuddles. They were playing Broken Phone, and they took it to the extreme level.
And he
Yeah,
had to
put a
use the
barrel to
instrument.
It's really put the barrel to you and fucking blew fucking eardrum away.
Whenever, I'm gonna be real with you, whenever I saw that show, if the show included Fleepy in it, I immediately knew that this guy is not gonna die. And I was right most of the time.
Who?
Fleepy, the soldier dude?
Well, yeah.
Luffy just doesn't die because he's the one who's causing death in the first place.
Exactly. So whenever so as you can guess, whenever he does die, it catches me completely off guard.
Another thing I do question sometimes, like, you know that beaver that doesn't have arms, right? And you could also
Oh yeah,
use
the
them as
handyman.
arms.
The handyman.
Yeah,
dude.
the thing is, that's literally his name.
handyman.
No,
Oh,
his
Handy.
name is Handy.
And he has no hands.
Handy pandy.
Handy.
Everyone's names is a little bit on the nose. Like, the dude who flips is Flippy, the idiot is Lumpy, the dude with the giant nose is
Nickname Flippy to
Sniffles.
crash out because he just crashes out. My man really is about to crash out on all these innocent people because of
One
his-
character that made no sense for me had to be like that weird cave one, who's just stuck in ice. He's just stuck in a giant ice cube, and apparently he's fully aware of like everything. Like he's a dude, he's basically a cave dude stuck in ice, and yet he does everything like everyone else. You know, he casually has a house, he pays mortgage, he has a job, he does.
And he's frozen?
Yes.
He's an ice cream salesman.
I think another character I remember is, what's it called? Let's see. There's Handy. Wasn't there like two bears, like a father and son?
Pop and Cub. That's
Yeah.
literally their names. The fucked up part is, like, when it came to those two, it was usually the cub who died.
There was a fox in there as well called Paul.
No, there
Oh,
wasn't. I would
Oh.
remember that. I don't think, now that I think about it, I don't think there was, like, a fox character at any given point, which is weird.
There's the moose, Handy.
I love how they pay attention to that detail, that even if you break the sarcophagus, you still have to deal with the mummy afterwards.
But here's my good question: who made Happy?
You're doing this wrong, Dopey Pike. Remember what happened the last time you did the blue?
I don't know who made them, but
Ow.
but they definitely created a generation by making that.
Now you're back at the beginning for your stupidity.
Oh yeah, fun fact. Shadow.
I think he ain't here. You want to go get food?
Oh, okay. I was about to say in the game Billy Bust Up, when you have to deal with Barnaby, who's the giant bird dude who sings "A Million Gruesome Ways to Die," at the very end, like after he's done chasing Billy, she jumps out the window and she like flops on the ground, but she does the Family Guy death pose.
Whoa, okay.
Or you can just do that.
How the fuck did
I'm
you get that?
invincible! Woo!
You must have
You know what's
smacked
one thing
something
that I
into
don't
two of
understand
them.
about that? So here's something I don't understand regarding that. If you put the mask on Crash, he becomes invincible, right? So may I ask if you put on Aku Aku, you become invincible. So why is it that when the monsters wear him, they're not invincible?
Different timeline, different Aku Aku.
I always found it ironic that his name is Aku Aku because, yes, probably in their language it means something different, but at the same time, at that point in time, I had just grown used to, you know, Aku, whose name literally means pure evil.
Aku Aku.
So when this guy pulled up and said, "It is I, Aku Aku," I'm like, so you're pure evil, pure evil.
Then what's Uka Uka then?
Oh, TK's pure evil. He's been very boring this time. He hasn't died that much.
My man is trying to see me die.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Thank you, man. Now bring your yourself over here, man.
Hey,
By the
hey,
end of the forehead on your forehead, I'll put an end to you.
he prays for my death in Last Light, I pray for his death in Crash. That's fair.
I was
I'm
in
sorry.
the first.
This is the part where I'm supposed to be angry, full of rage, incensed beyond belief. Once again, you have outsmarted and outspun my best.
Yeah, the fun
henchman.
thing is Cortex at some point actually
Should be
tries
rather upset, shouldn't I?
Embryo's, you know, serum thing.
It seems to have overlooked one small detail.
Oh.
You little orange delivery boy. Now that you have
Doesn't
gathered
he end
all
up
the
in
crystals,
ice?
all we have to do is take them from you.
Just take them from you.
I still remember when Tiny was like, Crash, Coco.
Last bandicoot, for the last time, give the crystals to me.
And the brothers are gonna have a fight in between.
Makes sense. You know what I just remembered?
What?
Of course I didn't realize that that would include milking you. Yes, milking me. Ah,
How do I fight this guy
everybody
again?
enjoy
Yo,
it.
it's raining acid on this thing.
Here we go, Cortex gonna wash TK. This will be fun.
Don't you have to wait for like the opportunity to come?
Does that have to be green? Is that what I need to wait for?
Probably.
I don't remember how to fight this guy.
What if you have to make him hit Uka Uka? Or that.
No.
Oh, I have to wait for his thing to malfunction, then I can punch him. Good.
Yeah,
I knew that the whole
all
time.
boss fights.
I
are
know you
waiting
did. I knew
games.
you were not gonna tell me until I died. Or I figured it out one way or another. You just wanted to see me die again.
Like all the Crash games have, you know, wait for the boss to show an opening.
Fun fact, did you know Aku Aku is voiced by the same dude who does Grim Reaper in Billy and Mandy?
In this one? Or in the previous one?
I think in this one.
If he does, cool.
Who doesn't like him though? He's funny. Literally get kidnapped by a bunch of children as a kind of kill a hamster.
You know, I think there was one episode where like Rim actually was like about to get a win, like fucking
Bruh.
over. What's it called? Remember that one episode of Billy and Mandy where like I think it was like a time like dimension or something like that.
There
was,
was
like,
a episode where they go to see the future, like where they check to see how the future is.
And Billy's an
And-
idiot.
Yeah, and Mandy has turned into a worm and has just casually ruled the world.
That doesn't surprise me.
It's gonna happen. He's gonna get
I wasn't surprised either, given her personality. I mean, hell, this girl literally has the ability to shout, "Stop." She basically has Luffy's power, where she shouts, "Stop," and everyone stops.
That and don't forget when she tried to smile.
She's my apparently she's on the same page with Richard. Richard having a job is enough to
Push it
destroy
into
the
the
universe.
hole. Push him into the hole. Him, not yourself.
I was, but
Richard having a job was enough to break the universe, and apparently Mandy
her smiling is wrong.
Yeah, and apparently her smiling
Or
the
laughing.
first time.
Laughing or smiling
Also-
is just a catastrophic event.
I love the detail.
No, her
that-
smiling was considered, universe ending.
I love the detail that whatchamacallit, because oh shit. Because whatchamacallit, in when the episode aired, at the time, they would have Powerpuff Girls, and right after Powerpuff Girls, they would have Billy and Mandy. So they broke the fourth wall. They said that we didn't just go back in time to, like, say, a different episode. We literally went back in time on the channel itself. We went to the previous series before ours.
Yo.
There was like this one thing I came across that I don't remember what the fuck are these two doing.
They're fighting like a tornado.
There was like this one like series or special, I don't remember, where basically a portal opens and everyone, and I do mean everyone from Cartoon Network pulls up and starts fighting.
Let's see.
And you better
So
be
imagine the
careful,
Powerpuff Girls pull up, Samurai Jack pulls up, like literally everyone pulls up and starts fighting.
I want to throw these hands.
And one of the characters, who is fighting, straight up says like, "Yo, how did we have the budget for all this crossover?" Woo! Into the eternal pit of fire you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got the crash dash.
This is features.
Let's see.
Jump in the hole.
I was
No,
about to
damn it.
ask, is that it?
Defeated again. This is not fair.
No, between Billy,
Maybe I should
Patrick,
retire to a
Richard,
nice
and,
big
who else?
beach.
There's a
with
fourth
a
one.
nice big
Oh,
tree.
Ed, who's the dumbest
And a
character for you?
woman with nice big bags of ice for my head.
It's not over, bandicoot.
That's what I'm gonna need ice for this.
We still have a chance to triumph.
Was that it?
Big
Well,
bag
that's
of
the
ice.
normal ending.
Oh, I was about to say,
If I went
like, is that
100%?
it?
If there's a no, if we did the 100%, then we get a different ending. But I didn't do the 100% because this is not a 100% run. If we were doing a 100% run, then this series would be a lot longer. And I don't think I'm mentally sane for that.
Only one video a week, you lazy bastard.
Bro, do you know how much
I want you
editing
to
I
know
would
the
have to
true
do?
endings for Crash Bandicoot is Crash doesn't fight.
Talk
Ford
about
Bandicoot.
talk about vote of confidence.
Well, everyone, if you want to see the true ending, you could just, I don't know, either do it yourselves, or you can let TK wait until it gets there.
I'll
Or
do
you
that on
can-
my own time. If I wanted
Or
to
you
do
can pay for the
100% completion.
patron.
No, please, everyone in the comment section, pressure him to make another one.
What are you talking about? We are done with the trilogy. That was a fun one.
Donate to the Patreon and he'll do it 100%.
I don't even have a Patreon.
Quick, someone make a Patreon for him so he has to do it.
Hey, chill out.
I can do it. I've got nothing else to do for a week.
Yeah,
Don't
I
make some
don't
videos,
know
you.
his-
I've
I
already
don't
got
think you know
20 in the
his personal
background.
information.
Right. But thank you
I'll just ask
for
later.
everyone here that could partake in the final episode. Big shout outs to everyone. And what we're doing next, I have no idea.
You never
We'll
have
just
any
have to
idea. You never have any idea because usually me and I have to come up with them for you.
Well, no,
know we
it,
don't.
could be
Okay.
it could be a superhero one this time. And there's another art that I'm waiting from yours truly. When he finishes that art, I can post that video.
I'd say you could try some No More Heroes 3, but I don't know if you want to do that.
I've never played that game in my life, so I wouldn't know.
I know. That's the
I'll
best
just be completely blind. I'll be like, what am I doing?
part. The game's gonna teach you how to play, but it's best that you go in blind.
Alright, we'll have to think about it. Alright,
a
everybody.
The
Nintendo
fact that
game,
they
isn't
added, the fact that they added, friggin', yeah.
Alright, for real. Thanks for everyone watching this video, and I hope to see you.
I ain't got nobody, yeah, I ain't got boy.